Good evening YouTube, so I'm back here with another video, and today we're taking a look at Hogarth, a new hero that comes on Friday, and he looks amazing here with this big beard here. I'm kind of curious if he is a dwarf or if he is a giant like Surtur. Maybe it's Surtur's brother or something like that. It will have two big giants from the dragon tribe. That could be kind of cool, or like giants in this game. They look awesome. But let's look at his kit here. First of all, he's from the dragon tribe. He's a defense mark, a defense class, sorry, and he's a blue mark hero. Now, he is very interesting actually, and he looks like he will fit into some kind of meta team. And at least what I'm thinking here. So let's just go quickly through his abilities here. I'm not going to waste too much time reading them. I'm trying to make it a bit shorter today, just to make it easier for everyone that is watching the video. So the basic attack is just the death damage, and then also some HP deduction. His skill number 2, which is his first skill, grants all allies Indomitable 2. That is the 40% dot damage reduction buff, and also does some damage, death damage, and also deducts some HP. Now the passive here is quite interesting actually. All you need to think about is if you can get 20,000 points of defense more than the other allies, then you'll gain all of these buffs here. And what you'll gain is tenacity and mastery resistance by 40%. You'll also get 20% HP, you'll also get 30% crit damage, and you'll also get 100% piercing damage, and you'll triple your damage dealt to bosses. Now this sounds amazing, especially the 100% piercing rate. That is quite good, because that means that he is effectively kind of a dot damage dealer where you ignore defense. So the percentages that we have on the basic and on the skill here, you have to kind of just, think about them like if it's at bleed damage or poison damage or whatever, because it's going to ignore all defense. So defense on the enemy doesn't matter, which also means that you don't need defense down. So it's great, it's very good, but you want to build him with crit damage and crit rate if you want to make him do a lot of damage, because he is a direct damage dealer that does death damage. So defense, you want to build him with defense, you want to build him with crit damage and crit rate to 100% to maximize his damage potential. But the good thing is that it's ignoring defense, and you'll also get 30% crit damage for free. The HP and the mastery and tenacity is just to keep him alive, okay? Very nice. Also down here it says in the bottom that when he reaches his resonant enhancement status, he will also give every ally 300% max HP of his initial defense. I've calculated this bit, and if you have 50,000 defense, it's going to be roughly around 150k HP, so it's not that great, I guess, but everything helps, right? Everything helps. So, and the way he gets it is if other allies is doing HP deduction damage. So kind of clear and easy to tell here already that this hero here will be perfect and very nice together with Ansi and Tanya, and maybe also Jocelyn and even Apsara. That would make a very nice team of 5 heroes, and you can use that in PvP, and maybe in PvE he will fit in somewhere as well. We'll have to see how much damage he actually does, and that is quite interesting to see. But in PvP, definitely you could use him with Ansi and Hanya and Apsara on one team, and I think that team could be very fun, because yeah, you'll be able to have a lot of fun with that. His skill 4 here is Consolidation 2, and then he also does a lot of damage here. In the Resonance Enhancement status, it is 570% death damage, and also deducting 570% HP based on his defense. So that sounds like very strong also. 570% is nothing to cry about. It is actually quite strong. Now his exclusives here, if I just have to kind of say tell them very easily. Basically, his exclusive one here is that when someone who has the lower has a defense that is lower than Hogarth or is a boss, then he's going to counter attack them, okay? And it also says here, and this is important because we need this information for the exclusive tree, before thunder penetration deals damage, cleanses one layer of random debuff from all allies and grants them a shield of thunder equal to 900% of his defense, which cannot be removed for one turn. It has no cooldown, so that's kind of cool. And the thunder penetration is this one up here, is the S2. And I will come back to why that is important in just a minute here. The exclusive 2 is very nice. At the beginning of each wave, if Hogarth is the unit with the highest defense among all allies, and he will be because you're going to build him like that, he'll grant all allies Consolidation 2 and Indomitable 2. Now, if he has more than 20k defense, more than the next ally, he'll also be getting, converting the Consolidation 2 and the Indomitable 2 into Thunder Consolidation and Thunder Perseverance. And what it means is just 40% dust damage and 40% damage done, less taken, but it cannot be removed. Okay, so that is very nice. And of course, you are going to build him so that he has 20k or more defense than the next unit. And it will be very easy to build him like that if you're using him with Ansi, Hanya, Asara, and perhaps Jocelyn or someone else. You can easily use them like that because they are not defense type, so it's very easy. I would not recommend using him with Muringjing, because Muringjing you also want to build with defense, so you won't be getting all of these passives here. So actually don't use him with Muringjing, even though Muringjing has the HP deduction. It won't work because you're going to build your Muringjing with defense as well. Okay, but they're super strong, not having the dot damage taken buff and also the direct damage buff here, which cannot be removed. That is actually like Atkins, just better because it's easier to apply it, right? So very nice. Also exclusive 3, and that is why we mentioned it up in exclusive 1, that it was very important. Whenever any ally takes 1% of max damage, and I think this might be a translation error, and it should have said 1% of max HP or whatever, something like that, I think, right? Because otherwise I don't think it makes sense. But anyways, 1% of max damage for every one ally with the HP deduction tag on the battlefield. So for every one ally, so you have 5 allies, it's going to be 5%, I guess. The ally who takes damage gains skill damage reduction by 0.2% up to 1%. Okay, so up to 5%, but I think I'm not too sure if it's just like if you take 2%, then it's going to be 2% here and such, because that sounds kind of OP. So probably not, but yeah, we'll have to see about that. If his initial defense is more than 20k than the allies, and it will be because we've already said that you're going to build him like that, when he casts the Thunder Blow, which is his basic attack, proactively or passively, so from his counter attack as well, there's a 100% fixed chance to replace it with Thunder Penetration. So basically, exclusive 3, you will be casting, when you counter attack from your exclusive 1, you will be casting the S2 here. Instead of your Thunder Blow up here, you'll be casting this one here, which is very nice because here it's just a single target damage. Down here it is 2 stages of this one here. To a single enemy, but you have 2 stages on it, right? So you get another stage, and you'll also be buffing people with this unremovable Indomitable buff all the time. And furthermore, you will also be cleansing everyone. Every time you counter attack, you'll be cleansing a debuff, and you will also be applying the Thunder Shield every time you counter attack as well. So basically, you get attacked, you put a shield on everyone, you cleanse everyone, you are going to give them this buff here. So you pretty much have 100% uptime, I'm guessing, on the Indomitable buff. So basically, I say 40% less dot damage taken permanently, basically, I think, if this works how I'm imagining it. But we'll have to see on Thursday if this is how it works. So overall, I think this hero sounds quite amazing. I think he sounds very exciting to build. I will be getting him in the future, not this time here, because we're getting the Easter limited hero soon. He will be on the next banner, I think. That is my assumption. So I will be saving for that. But in the future, I'm going to get Hogarth, and I will be looking forward to building him. Actually, I think he sounds amazing and fun to build him with these 20k points of defense more than the next one. That will be fun to try and build him like that, I think. So maybe hard, but fun, I guess, right? So alright guys, let me know what you think about this hero in the comments down below, and I hope you have a nice evening. Cheers, bye.